안녕하십니까.
Hello, I'm Dr. Kim Kyung-won of Doctor's Tip Easy Hands-On. Today, we are going to look at 485 kit. 485 kit, as you can tell from the name, is for the short implant placement. Of the standard implant, a 7 to 85 millimeter length short implant and 6 meter or under short implant can be more safely and easily installed with this kit. Now, what are the characteristics of this kit? First, the 485 drill in this kit is that the tip of the drill is round edge in design. This means that it's similar to the cast drill concept. So mostly in the lower molar area where you place short implant, we can prevent damaging the important nerves there, like inferior alveolar nerve. So CAS it has rounded edge design and it forms bonded on the inverted cone shape, and that concept is available for this drill. Another characteristics of this 485 drill is that, as in 122 taper drill, at the bottom we don't have Y dimension. So by getting rid of the Y dimension, the exact measurement of the drill length is possible. And again, the anatomical nerves, important nerves there, can be prevented from damaging. So we have clearance of 1 millimeter to the stopper, so you can control the depth. But for 485 drill, in case of 122 taper drill, you tend to drill fully to the stopper. But for this 485 drill, for short implant placement, especially on the lower molar side, again, it has a lot of important inferior alveolar nerves there. So we removed Y dimension there for safety reasons. So the black laser marking that in the stopper, you can use that as a base for your practice, and then you can place implant more safely. Now, again, same concept as 122 taper drill. So a simple and easy drilling sequence is available. After initial drilling, then before going to 485 drill, we have pilot drill. So you can install implant with 1 or 2 sequence. But before 485 drill explanation, let me explain about short implant. Short fixture, in other words, short implant basically means fixture of less than 6 millimeters in length. Now, 6 millimeter is the base because KFDA approves that implant of 6 millimeters needs to have diameters of at least 5 millimeters. So basically, 6 millimeter is the fixture length, and that is the short fixture. And then 4 millimeters and 5 millimeters extra short fixture has the overall fixture length same as 6 millimeters, except where the screw has 4 or 5 millimeters, and on the top there is bevel, so that exposes on top of the bone to have the extra short fixture. So in case of extra short fixture, at the bottom is the SA surface with large grid sand blasted and then acid etched surface. And then bevel area is only etched surface. Now like this, for the extra short implant, bevel has exposure of 1 or 2 millimeters, then 1.2 millimeter, then you can place 5 millimeters, and if bevel area exposed by 2.2 millimeters, you can place by 4 millimeters in depth. That is short implant. So these are the types of short implant. You have TS3, SS3, and US3. And basically, the general normal implant, in other words, 5 millimeters diameters or less implant, then KFDA approved that you cannot go less than 7 millimeters. You can only create 7 millimeters or above. So for normal fixture, 7 millimeters and 8.5 millimeters, and then for bevel, and others you have the bevel area, so you can place up to 6 millimeters, and diameters, if it's 5 millimeters, short millimeters, you can have 6 millimeters length, and bevel has on top of that, so you can place up to 4 to 5 millimeters. So that is overall specifications. Now let's look at the component of this kit. This kit basically has drilling tool and then fixture installation tool. It also has abutment and others in assemble tool and torque wrench and other instruments. So first, guide drill. Basically, it has the side cut of lance drill. So it's initial drill and it's used for marking a hole. So using this drill, you position the hole. So it just slightly goes under the cortical. And then we also have 2.2 twist drill, which is used as an initial drill. And the twist drill for this kit is, after marking the hole, this can be again used as an initial drill. And this drill basically has the slight different spec and design of 2.2 twist drill of 122 drill. So in the past, if the drill length was 6 millimeters, then on the stopper has 1 millimeter on top of that, and Y dimension has 0.6 millimeters. This means that full drilling to the stopper, 7.6 millimeter drilling depth for this 2.2 twist drill in 122 taper kit. But in this drill, the length is indicated 6 millimeters, but we shortened by 1 millimeters to 5 millimeters. This is because on the lower molar side, where we have important nerves like inferior alveolar nerve, for safer drilling compared to next step drills, if you go beyond the laser marked line, then 5.6 millimeters will be the actual depth of the drilling. So because of the Y dimension underneath, the damage can be prevented. So we intentionally designed it to go short. Let me explain further with the next slide. As you can see here, diameter 5, 6 millimeter length fixture, if you want to install this, as I said before, after doing initial marking, then if you use 2.2 twist drill, the twist drill length is 5 millimeters, 1 millimeter less than 6 millimeters. So if you go to the mark, include Y dimension, 6 millimeter will be the drilling length. After that, the pilot drill and 485 drill, if that is used, then full length, if you drill to 6 millimeters, then actually in case of 2.2 twist drill compared to next step drill, about 0.4 millimeters of short design would be the result. This is because, as I mentioned, like in the lower nerves, where there are important nerves there on the lower molar side, you need safety in installation. So in case 2.2 dimension with the Y dimension, we intentionally made it 0.4 millimeters shorter. Next is pilot drill. As you can see, in the past, in case of straight drill, in Hanaro kit and in which was in there, we had pilot drill, but in 122 taper and taper drill, we got rid of the pilot drill. But if you go back, like here, 2.2 twist drill, after using, if you use 485 drill, this drill itself is tapered to match the fixture design. So it's thick in the bottom. The drill itself is short, so the bottom is thick, and because there's no Y dimension in that case, after twist drill, if you go with this 485 drill, it can be tricky. So in between, as an intermediary step, we use pilot drill, and that's how it's designed. So in case of pilot drill, after using 2.2 twist drill, before shifting to the next step to 5 to 4 millimeter drill as an intermediate step, this drill can be used. So basically, in case of 485 kit, we don't have the 3.5 drill because the drill itself is short. So before going to the next drill, for safety of the drilling sequence, as an intermediate step, you use this pilot drill. So you have 4 and 6 millimeter in length. So 4 and 5 millimeter extra short implant. In that case, you can use 4 millimeter pilot drill. If you have 6 or 7 or 8.5 implant, then you can use 6 millimeters pilot drill. Next is the most important drill in this kit, 485 drill. This 485 drill, as I briefly mentioned, at the bottom has no Y dimension. And because of that, it's same as cast drill. It has round edge design at the bottom, and then you have the inverted cone shaped bonnet formation under there is possible. So like this, there's no Y dimension. So when you drill, on the lower molar side, where we have important nerves, then for safer drill, up to stopper, we have 1 millimeter clearance. But when you drill, for short implant, to put it safely, in case of this drill, up to bottom of the laser marked line. So you check with your eyes where you want to drill. So rather than go fully to the stopper, check with your eyes to the line, and that is the way to protect the important nerves on the lower side. Next, let me explain further. As in the cast design, like if you drill on the eggshell, for 1 to 2 taper drill, Y dimension sharp area actually can destroy the protein membrane on the inside of the eggshell. But in case of 485 drill, the tip is like cast drill. So it has a bone formed on the inverted cone shape, so it doesn't destroy protein membrane. So when placing short implant on the lower side, you can protect the important nerves. So like this, when you use this drill length itself is like up to stopper, you have 1 millimeter clearance, but there's no Y dimension. 1 to 2 taper drill, be it 6 or 7 millimeter drill, that Y dimension is 1 millimeter available, but this drill doesn't have that. And in drilling, when you use this 485 kit, it's for lower molar side, placing short implant. Hence, in 1 to 2 taper drill, full length drilling with stopper, rather doing that for this, you just drill only up to the black line so that you can see exactly how much you want to drill, and that's better for safety. So drill extension is same with other kits. So it extends drill length by 16.9 millimeters. And mount driver, it's a simple mount driver. And again, we only do this with short implant, so it only has long shafts in mount driver. So pre-mount fixture can be used as a driver. And in case of no mount driver, it only has long shafts. So if you don't have mount like this, no mount driver can be used. And in case of mount extension, then you can connect to torque wrench like this. And in case of fixed driver, the same. It's the same as the basic ones. It can mark the hexa direction. You have the notch, and it can be used as a no mount driver. And fixture driver itself is too short, or as the short implant is used for this. So this is too for torque extension. So you can extend by 10 millimeters. And hand driver, it's a 1.2 hex driver. So this hex driver, again, it only comes in long shaft. So removing mount or tightening cover screw, or putting healing abutment, you can use this driver. As for the torque driver, we have 1.2 torque driver in long shaft, and using torque wrench, abutment or abutment screw can be tightened, and in doing so, it can be used to secure the torque that we want. So this 485 drilling sequence is as follows. For example, 4.0, diameter implant, then basically 2.2 twist drill. As I said before, you use a short drill. And before moving 485 drill, if it's normal bone quality, then you can use 4mm drill. But if the bone is too hard, you can use 4.5 drill in 485 drill. So in using 485 drill, also you can use pilot drill as an intermediate step. Then after 2.2 twist drill, before using wide 485 drill, you use pilot drill for more smooth drilling sequence. So twist to 2 drill, you just do 2-step drilling. So 485 drill of fixture in 5.0 and fixture 5.5, and if it's 4.5 diameter, it's F5.0, 4.5 and 5.0, and it goes on like that. Let me explain now about the hands-on practice. Now, we will tell you about the characteristics and components of this kit, and I'll show you how to place short implant using this kit. Basically, it's a case of three tooth missing cases. So for number 45, like this, diameter 4.5, 7mm will be placed in number 46, 5.0, 6 implant will be placed, and for number 47, 5.0, 4mm extra short implant will be placed. So that in case of extra short implant, the fixture's bottom screw part will go into the bone, bevel will be exposed. And we will see and practice how to do that. I'll see you in the hands-on part. So we will now start the hands-on practice. Now, as I told you, 3 teeth are missing. And in case of number 45, 5.0 by 7mm TS3. And here for number 46, 5.0 by 6mm TS3. And also number 47, 5.0 by 6mm. In other words, extra short fixture will be installed in this hands-on. First, I'm going to do subcrestal incision. Like this. So vertical release, and here vertical release slightly. And like this. So flap opened. So for convenience of this practice, I will do a tagging suture. So flap with self-retraction, eye sutures. So I'll drill with number 45 first. With guide drill, I'll just mark the hole. Now number 45, diameter 4.5 by 7mm, and there will be 1.5mm gap with the adjacent tooth. So short implant will go in. So I'll just mark hole, the position, and then again for this implant, 12.2 twist drill 7mm will be used. And then the drill itself is 6mm excluding Y dimension. So up to laser marked line, you will drill. That would give you 6.6mm of the drilling depth. So as you can see, so when you place short implant, the depth is very important. So if it's possible, rather than going full length like this, you only drill up to the laser marked line. And check that with your eyes. So drill tips too thick to go with the 485 drill. So at intermediary, I'll use the pilot drill 6 millimeters. So again, 6 millimeter pilot drill up to laser marked line. The black line, I'll drill only up to that point. So as you can see, if possible, only up to the black line. So the buckle size is a bit high. So again, I did the pilot drill and final drill, diameter 4.57 millimeter is the implant size. So I will use this 7 millimeter final drill. So like this. So only up to this point. And as you can see, when you drill, you don't go to the stopper to full length. We only do up to the laser marked line to the crystal. Now, as no mount fixture is prepared, so I will go with the no mount driver. So check whether it's the installation or the placement mode. And again, 4.57 millimeters TS3 fixture will be installed. And lastly, fixture driver, and with the torque wrench, I will adjust the depth. So as you can see, with the torque wrench, the depth is controlled. The final torque, I check, it's above 30 newtons. And as on the lower side, there is a lot of important nerves and you are drilling that area, and the depth compared to standard TS3, it's a bit shallow. So we place in the position that we want. Next, we move to number 46, and this is 5.06 millimeters short implant. Again, mark the hole with guide drill first. Diameter 5.0, I said it's 6 millimeters in length. So 2.2 twist drill, 6 millimeters drill will be the one that I'll choose. And 6 millimeters means up to laser marked area, you drill about 5.6 millimeters. So compared to 485 drill, it's short by about 0.4 millimeters. So with this twist drill, like up to the laser marked line, you drill in. Next, as an intermediary step, I use 6 millimeter long pilot drill. So, up to laser marked area, I drill in. Then, here, as a final step, 5.0 by 6 millimeters 485 drill will be used. So diameter 5.0, 6 millimeter long fixture. No mount fixture will be mounted on the driver. So again, check that it's in the installation mode. And this is the size of the fixture, meaning it's really short implant. So again, in the mouse, I check that the engine is in the correct installation mode and place the implant. Then, using the fixture driver, with hand wrench, I adjust the final depth, and like this, final torque, I check that it's 30 newtons of the insertion torque, and you can see it's well in place. And number 47, mark with guide drill. Number 47, I mark a hole first. Number 47, diameter is 5 and 4 millimeter long. Extra short implant will be placed. So 4 millimeters, 2.2 twist drill, 4 millimeters will be the one that I'll use. Again, this one compared to pilot drill or 485 drill, it's short by 0.4 millimeters. Its total length is about 3.6, so it's very short drill, as we are going to place extra short implant. So you can see you drill up to the laser marked line, the black line. 4 millimeter long pilot drill will be used. Drill is rather short with pilot drill. So 5.0, 4 millimeter drill that I'll use. So up to the laser marked black line. No mount driver will now be used. So like this, extra short 4 millimeter implant mounted. Let's check that it's in the right mode, placement mode. So total length is 6 millimeters, but the thread area is 4 millimeters, and then bevel has a 2 millimeters on top of that. So total is 6 millimeters, but the placement depth will be 4 millimeters. Then I'll use fixture driver. Now the fixture is very short, so with hand wrench, when you do final setting, be careful that the path is not distorted or twisted. So be careful as you only go 4 millimeters in. So like this. So insertion torque, the final torque is 30 newtons. So like this. As you can see, number 45, 6 and 7, number 45 is a 4.57 millimeter implant, and 46 is 5.0 6 millimeter implant, and last 47 is 5.0 4 millimeters. Extra short implant has been placed. So in case of the extra short implant, the bevel part is not SA surface, but the acid etched surface. So like this, it protrudes along the alveolar bone. So using 485 kit, we place 3 implants, and now we'll put the cover screw. So before suturing, so 3 implant is now placed with cover screw, and now I'll do the final suturing. Now let's see what questions have come in. First question is, when using 485 drill, why do you drill only up the laser marked line? You cannot go full length? Now what I show you, a 485 drill, then usually you do full length drill up the stopper, but here you only do up the laser marked line. This is because 485 kit is for short implant. So sometimes you use on the upper side, but on the maxillary side, especially on the molar side, if it's close to important nerve, then you use this kit for safety reasons. So you have 1 millimeter clearance from stopper to laser mark line in consideration of the bone height difference, and also in the fixture, sir, measure distal area. Maybe height is available, but on the buccal and other side, it could be shorter. So that's why you give 1 millimeter clearance. But in the clinical setting, if you see that there is sufficient distance from the inferior alveolar nerve, then as I said, available in drilling, it might be tricky. So if the bone is sufficient, then you can actually do full length drilling. But if full length drilling is only for that, but if the bone is not sufficient, and for short implant, for safety, in this kit, I only is drilled up to laser marked line. So again, if the bone is not sufficiently available, then you have to give extra consideration to the drill length. Next question. In extra short fixture, why did you give bevel on the top side? As I explained, in case of short implant, means it's less than 6 millimeters in length implant. But KFDA approved that implant length needs to be minimum 6 or above. So in case of extra short implant, we have bevel because fixture length is 6, but in the screw length that goes into the bone, we made it 4 or 5, and a nest is exposed. So on the top side, we have bevel, so that the fixture's over length is 6 millimeters, but what goes into the bone is 4 millimeters or 6 millimeters, and so it can be controlled. And that's for that purpose we have created bevel. Now, I explained about 485 kit, and also through hands-on practice, I showed you how implant can be placed using this kit. So if you have a very narrow space or very small remaining bones on the molar lower side, this can be a helpful kit. Thank you for your attention.